Surface squids hunt with precision and intelligence. But at 1,000 meters deep, squids develop weapons that make great white sharks look defenseless. Deeper squids don't just hunt differently, they evolved into apex predators that nothing can escape, and the proof is in the scars on sperm whales. Deep-sea research submersibles captured footage that changed everything marine biologists thought about predator hierarchy. Because the deeper squids go, the more their bodies weaponize for pure killing efficiency. No wasted energy on beauty or color, just hooks, beaks, and muscle designed to tear flesh. Start with the Humboldt squid at 700 meters, as deep as 2 Eiffel Towers stacked. This species measures 2 meters long and weighs 50 kilograms, as heavy as a large dog. But size isn't the threat. The threat is the 1,200 suckers on each tentacle, and each sucker has a ring of serrated teeth. Once those suckers latch onto prey, the teeth rotate like saw blades, cutting into flesh with every movement. You couldn't pull free because the suckers create 2 kilograms of suction force each. Multiply that by 1,200, and you're held by 2,400 kilograms of force while being shredded simultaneously. Unfortunately for fish, this isn't a quick kill. Humboldt squids feed cooperatively in groups of 40 to 60 individuals. They don't kill prey first. They start eating while it's alive, each squid taking turns removing chunks of flesh. Divers filming these squids off the coast of Mexico captured footage of coordinated hunting that resembles military tactics. The group surrounds prey in a sphere formation. Then individual squids dart in for strikes while others block escape routes. Talk about intelligent predation. No modern ocean predator except orcas hunts with this level of organization. But here's what makes it worse. Humboldt squids are cannibalistic. When food runs scarce, the weakest members of the group become prey. Researchers found that 30% of Humboldt squid stomachs contain remains of other Humboldt squids. You couldn't even trust your own species because survival pressure at depth eliminates all social bonds except temporary hunting cooperation. In case you needed more proof, squids get deadlier with depth. Meet the colossal squid at 2,000 meters. This creature measures 14 meters long as a city bus, and weighs 750 kilograms, heavier than a grizzly bear. But the colossal squid isn't just bigger, it's armed differently. The suckers don't have teeth. They have rotating hooks made of pure chitin, harder than human fingernails and curved backward like fishhooks. Then a 2007 study examining sperm whale scars revealed something disturbing. The circular marks left by colossal squid hooks measured up to 5 centimeters in diameter. That means individual hooks on the squid's tentacles are larger than your thumb. Unfortunately for anything caught by these hooks, pulling away only drives them deeper. The hook design is identical to what humans use for deep-sea fishing. Once it's in, it doesn't come out without tearing flesh. You couldn't fight back because colossal squids have the largest eyes in the animal kingdom, 27 centimeters in diameter, as large as dinner plates. At 2,000 meters, where almost no light penetrates, these massive eyes collect every available photon, giving the squid perfect vision in near-total darkness. Prey can't hide because even bioluminescence from 100 meters away appears bright as daylight to these eyes. Talk about evolution building the perfect deep-sea hunter. But here's what marine biologists discovered about hunting strategy. Colossal squids don't chase prey. They float motionless for hours, conserving energy, waiting for prey to swim within strike range. Then they accelerate from 0 to 40 kilometers per hour in under 2 seconds using jet propulsion. The prey dies before its nervous system processes the attack. The beak strength exceeds that of any bird of prey. A 2012 study measured bite force at 1,800 newtons, powerful enough to slice through steel cable. The beak is perfectly designed to cut cleanly through vertebrate spines, severing the spinal cord in one snap. Prey doesn't bleed out slowly. It dies from instant paralysis, then the squid feeds at leisure. In case you needed more proof these creatures are nightmare predators, consider the arms. While tentacles catch prey, the 8 arms handle the killing. Each arm has a mind of its own, literally. 2/3 of a squid's neurons are distributed through its arms, meaning each arm processes information and makes decisions independently. You couldn't predict attack patterns because you're fighting 8 semi-independent hunters, not one. Then fossil evidence and genetic analysis reveal colossal squids have existed essentially unchanged for 30 million years. The design works so perfectly that evolution stopped modifying it. No modern predator can claim this level of sustained success. Great white sharks evolved significantly in the last 10 million years. Orcas are less than 5 million years old, but colossal squids perfected deep-sea predation 30 million years ago and never needed updates. Unfortunately for prey, this means facing a predator with 30 million years of refined killing efficiency. Every hunting behavior is genetically programmed, tested across thousands of generations, optimized for maximum success. There are no learning curves, no rookie mistakes. Every colossal squid hunts with inherited knowledge spanning millions of years. But here's what makes squids deadlier than any fish predator at depth. The chromatophores, color-changing cells, don't just provide camouflage, they create optical illusions. Squids can make their body appear smaller, larger, or segmented into multiple pieces. Research shows they use this to confuse prey about distance and trajectory. By the time prey calculates the squid's actual position, it's already in strike range. The most recent footage from 2019 shows colossal squids hunting in loose pairs at 2,200 meters. Two individuals coordinate attacks from opposite directions, forcing prey to choose which threat to monitor. While prey focuses on one squid, the other strikes from behind. The coordination happens without sound or bioluminescent signals, pure visual communication in near darkness through subtle body pattern changes. In case you needed more proof deep squids evolved ultimate predator status, consider the giant squid at 3,000 meters. This species reaches 18 meters in length and has never been filmed hunting successfully because it happens too fast for cameras to capture. But analysis of prey remains in their stomachs reveals they target fish weighing up to 40 kilograms, fish too large for most sharks to swallow whole. Talk about apex predator capability. Then a 2015 study analyzing giant squid beaks found evidence of tool use. The beaks show wear patterns inconsistent with just cutting prey. The squids use their beaks to pry open hard-shelled organisms like mollusks, using the beak edge as a lever. No other cephalopod species uses its beak as a tool. This isn't instinct, this is problem-solving intelligence. Unfortunately for anything living in the giant squid's territory, they're facing a predator that can think, adapt, and use tools while hunting. You couldn't rely on defenses that work against other predators because giant squids figure out counters. Armored prey gets pried open. Fast prey gets ambushed. Small prey gets ignored for more calorie-dense targets. The squid optimizes every hunt for maximum energy return. But here's what research vessels discovered that explains why deep squids are rarely seen despite being massive. They spend 90% of their time in a low-energy state, floating neutral in the water column, with tentacles spread in a passive net formation. Any prey that swims into the tentacles triggers automatic response. The arms contract, the hooks deploy, the beak strikes, all without the squid making a conscious decision to hunt. It's a biological trap that runs 24 hours without active effort. This passive hunting strategy is so efficient that giant squids only need to feed once every 3 weeks. One successful hunt on a 40-kilogram fish provides enough energy to sustain the massive body for 21 days. No active predator achieves this efficiency. Sharks need to eat every 3 to 5 days. Orcas hunt almost daily. But giant squids evolved to make every calorie count, every hunt significant, every kill worth the energy expenditure. In case you needed more proof squids are perfectly evolved for deep-sea dominance, consider the deepest species, the Magnapina squid at 6,000 meters. This creature looks like it shouldn't exist. The arms and tentacles measure 8 meters long on a body only 50 centimeters wide. The tentacles trail behind like fishing lines, each tip covered in sticky pads that capture anything they touch. The squid doesn't swim toward prey. It lets prey swim into its tentacles, then reels them in like a fisherman. Talk about minimal effort hunting. Then researchers analyzing footage discovered the Magnapina squid can hold this position for 12 hours straight without moving. The body hangs motionless in the current, tentacles spread in a perfect grid covering 30 square meters of water. Every fish that passes through that grid gets caught. The capture rate based on observed footage is 87%, higher than any active predator in the ocean. You can't see the tentacles in darkness, can't detect them through lateral line sensors because they're not moving, can't avoid what you don't know exists. By the time you touch a tentacle, the sticky pads have already adhered to your scales. The more you struggle, the more tentacles contact your body. Within 10 seconds, you're wrapped in 8 meters of squid tentacle with no escape possible. But here's what makes the Magnapina squid uniquely deadly. It doesn't kill prey immediately. It paralyzes them using venom injected through the sticky pads. The prey stays alive but immobilized, preserving freshness. The squid can carry multiple paralyzed fish on its tentacles simultaneously, building a collection before feeding. It's the ocean's only species that shops before eating. Venom chemistry analysis from 2021 revealed compounds unique to deep-sea squids, neurotoxins that work specifically at high pressure and low temperature. Surface-dwelling squid venoms don't function below 500 meters. Deep squids evolved venom that becomes more potent with depth. The pressure itself activates chemical components that remain inert at the surface. The deeper you go, the more squids become perfect killing machines. At the surface, they're intelligent hunters. At 1,000 meters, they're cooperative pack predators with rotating saw teeth. At 2,000 meters, they're armed with hooks and eyes that see in darkness. At 6,000 meters, they're passive trappers with paralytic venom that works better under crushing pressure. That's why squids get deadlier the deeper you go. Every meter of depth adds selection pressure that eliminates inefficiency. The weapons get sharper, the tactics get smarter, the energy efficiency increases. What survives at extreme depth isn't just a squid. It's millions of years of evolution compressed into the most effective predator physics and biology allow. And the evidence is everywhere, in whale scars, in prey remains, in footage captured by research vessels. Deep-sea squids don't just hunt, they dominate.